I got new problems, so much clothes I need 2 closets. This weed I got is too exotic. I turned a dime into a dime. They like, goddamn, you done blew it without me. They like, how the fuck did you do it without me? I'm the real deal, you a carbon copy. I just switch styles and I don't know a stylist. I'm a fucking god, big wave god, and I got a goddess. We gon' both blow like it's kamikaze. Bitch bow down like it's Ramadan.
Alright, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the channel, man. If this your first time, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. It's been a long journey. We almost to our short-term goal right now. I ain't even gonna tell y'all what the short-term goal is, so y'all just stick around and make sure y'all find out what that is. We may have some surprises coming up, but basically, we all know what's been going on in the basketball world. The NBA draft is coming up very, very soon. You know, it's gonna be this month, in the month of June. Exact date, June 23rd on Thursday. So CBS just dropped their new mock draft. Of course, ESPN dropped their mock draft too. I'm gonna tell y'all, man, I've been watching all the little pre-draft stuff about everybody. You know, everybody got their little talk shows and whatever, and a lot of people had CHET Holmgren. You know what I'm saying? CHET Holmgren at the #1 pick, and I was just baffled. I couldn't get it through my head why he would be the #1 pick. A lot of people were saying that he's the best player in this draft. Now, I'm not the type of person that, you know, hate on people's game or critique, but I am a fan just like everybody who's probably watching this and who watch basketball across the world is a fan. So I took it upon myself to get my opinion on what I think about the mock draft. Now, we're going to be breaking them down only about 2 to 3 at a time. So this is going to be the first episode of my NBA pre-draft, mock draft breakdowns and what I think about the predictions that are being made by the professionals. Now, remember, I said that I'm not a professional. I am a fan at the end of the day. I just enjoy making videos, you know what I'm saying? I would like to, you know, get in the discussion and just be a part of it and see what everybody else think and and how their opinions lined up with my own, of course. You know what I'm saying? My name is Ted. For everybody who don't know me, if this your first time, I go by Big Wave God. And I used to hoop. I played at the NAIA level, so you know what I'm saying? A little bit about my history. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead and get into these picks now. The headline for the CBS mock draft, because we're doing the CBS, not the ESPN. Headline reads, 2022 NBA mock draft, Jabari Smith to the Magic at #1 ahead of Chet Holmgren. Benedict Mathurin into the top 5. Now, just off top, the Benedict dude, we ain't even been hearing his name lately. We've been hearing about who's gonna be in the top 5. Really, they've been focusing on the top 3. So it's pretty interesting to see that CBS finally put Jabari Smith over Chet. You know what I'm saying? I would say that I agree with that to the highest extent. Now, if we could just scroll down right here, we see the boy Jabari right here. Obviously, he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? 6'10", 6'10" power forward. Very strong game. Very, very athletic. Dunking on your head. Dunking on your head top. Jabari averaged about 16.9 points per game and 7.4 rebounds at Auburn. You know what I'm saying? If we go over there to the Orlando Magic roster, we can see that they got currently have 2 power forwards listed on the roster. You know, Chuma Okeke, I hope I said your name right, who averaged 8 points per game. And from what it looks like, he had to come in and actually take over the position, because it looks like Jonathan Isaac, who averaged 11.9 games in only 34 games, was their leading guy. And he had ACL, meniscus, and hamstring problems this past season. So obviously the Magic are ready to bring in a new power forward to take the lead and take control of this team, you know what I'm saying? Now, we know the Magic then had Markelle Fultz, you know, and he got drafted by, you know, another team and then ended up in Orlando. So I'm a fan of Fultz. Actually, I think this is going to be great to have him, as long as he's bouncing back, and to have an addition like Jabari Smith come in. I think that's going to be a good move. Now, I was going to originally say I wasn't happy with this pick because, I don't know, I just always feel weird about picking a big man as a #1 pick. Me, I would rather have like a small forward or shooting guard that can come in and change the whole, you know, the whole organization. Somebody who's going to be a little bit more ball dominant. That's what I would go with as a #1 pick. But like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not in the NBA. I never was in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Jabari Smith, he's probably going to most likely go number one. Obviously, the Magic are looking to replace their power forwards or at least get some backup firepower in there. And I do think he is going to replace because he's the number one pick. He got to be starting, right? I know he NBA ready. Now, that brings us to the number 2 pick. And they got OKC going with good old Chet Holmgren. Now, this is... All right, let's just get into a little bit about him first. He is 7-foot center from Gonzaga that averaged 14 points per game, shot 39% from 3. Even though it's making sense for OKC to draft a center because you can go look at their roster, you know what I'm saying? He's probably would be the most offensively talented center that they will have on their team, but in my eyes, I still feel like the number 2 spot is just too high for somebody who's so, you know, frail and soft. Like, I'll put some highlights up on the screen when this is very important to me, by the way, when Chet Holmgren went, you know what I'm saying, head to head with Duke. Gonzaga and Duke went head to head. And just look at the highlights you could see in the first few seconds. I'll put the highlights on the screen. Chet Holmgren is just getting bodied. Like, he can't get a stop defensively. I know he's a good shot blocker, supposedly. He's 7 foot. Like, who wouldn't be? To average, I think he only averaged like 7 rebounds. But we're not even going to get to that because I put him more as like a perimeter guy. He's not like a bang him up center that's in there getting rebounds, dunking on people. He's going to be able to stretch the floor. But I just feel like number 2 is way too high. You know what I'm saying? He basically got bullied by Duke and Paolo Banchero. You know what I'm saying? And for Paolo to be number 3 on this list below Chet, like, Chet could have at least been 3. I feel like that's crazy to me. Paolo Banchero, the most ready one in my eyes right now. But in my eyes, Chet will be the biggest bust of the 2022 draft. I'm saying it right now. Y'all can come back in 2, 3, 4, 5 years to this video. Mind you, I'm calling it. I remember how all the busts look and how everybody was so impressed about a lot of busts in college. But when you get to the NBA, that shit is not going to translate. I don't mean to curse, watch my language, but it's not going to translate and it's not going to be the same. Now, I do feel like he is going to come in and start for OKC. I can't see him coming in, being on the bench. But I just feel like he's not going to be able to stop nobody defensively. He's not going to be able to bang in the paint with the big boys. All you're going to be able to do is be like a knockdown shooter. You're not going to be able to be getting by anybody with those crossovers. Your crossover is going to be too slow, your footwork. Like, you got to remember, you're going to be playing against guys like Giannis every night. Can anybody in this chat show me where Chet Holmgren is going to stop a Giannis Antetokounmpo? Show me. He ain't even stopping Grant Curry from the Celtics. Trust me. Like, he's going to get bodied. And on top of that, his post game is just going to be non-existent. We already know that. All his shots is going to be, you know, mid-range catch and shoots or 3-point catch and shoots. He's not taking nobody out dribbling NBA. I don't want to hear all that 7 foot about he could dribble. Y'all want to compare everybody to KD. We ain't seen the KD since KD. We ain't seen the LeBron James since LeBron James. Everybody has to make their own name. Bump all the comparisons, you know what I'm saying? There's nobody to compare Giannis to because he's the first Giannis. And Chet, being a center, being somebody that's going to have to get in there and bang, you stand no chance. He's going to be the biggest bust of the 2020 NBA draft. Mark my words, I said it first. Now, number 3 pick, they got the going with Paolo Banchero from Duke University. You know what I'm saying? He averaged 17 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6'10", power forward, can handle the ball. Decent, not the best ball handler. Remember I said that. Great body size. He's NBA body size. I would say he's pretty much ready to play at the next level. And he can shoot the ball a little bit, but of course, nobody's perfect. We're coming into the NBA, so everything is going to have to be worked on, and everything is going to have to be maximized, and you're going to have to give the best ever. So, yeah, you're going to have to work on that ball handling. You're going to have to work on that jump shot, no matter how NBA ready the fans or they even feel you are, because you should always work on yourself to get better. Now, to me, he's one of the best players in this draft. He's neck and neck with Jabari Smith, if you want to ask me, from Auburn, because of their size and ability to stretch the floor, shoot the ball. Neither one of them are great ball handlers, so that's going to be something they're going to have to work on, because I just see Paolo, I don't see him being like a true power forward in the NBA. He's going to have to put the ball on the floor and create some buckets on his own. You know what I'm saying? To me, he the most NBA ready. And it's surprising to not see him actually go number one. That's kind of what I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna be a good fit for the Rockets. You know, he can come right in and start. I'm feeling like, you know, and possibly be the face of the franchise, because we haven't had a face of the franchise, of course, since James Harden. We tried to bring some people in here, John Wall. We got Jalen Green right now, but nobody's stepping up to be the face of the Rockets. And when somebody comes here and they start winning, that's going to be the person to be the face. And I think they're giving Paolo a chance to actually come in and accomplish that and be the face of the Houston Rockets. You know what I'm saying? So to me, he's clearly better than Holmgren and Smith in my eyes. But like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm not a professional scout. I don't work for the NBA. I don't work for University of Texas. I'm just a fan in my living room talking my shit. If y'all enjoyed this video and y'all disagree with me or disagree with the mock draft, y'all feel free to leave it in the comments. We're going to be back on another day with my next three. We did 1 through 3. We got Jabari, we got Chet, and then we got Paolo Banchero. Man, his name is hard, man. Got that old sexy name, but we got those 3. To next time we're going to be going 4, 5, and 6. Those picks. And we're going to be getting to the guys that I like to get juicy about and I feel like should have been number 1 pick in the draft, but that's for a later day, man. This Big Wave guy, this is my breakdown of the 2022 NBA mock draft. Shout out CBS Sports, shout out ESPN, man. Big fan, love all that, big basketball fan. Till next time, I'll see y'all later, man. Big Wave guy.